Ladies and gentlemen, Cory Kromray here, coming at you live from the beautiful Tampa, Florida. I'm so fired up and excited today because I get to share the Exfuze opportunity with you. What is Exfuze and why am I so excited? Well, Exfuze is a company that's literally positioned itself at the forefront of a major economic movement. How have they done so? Well, they've positioned their company in the middle of the 5 fastest growing industries literally in business. You look at the health and wellness industry today, it's currently doing $600 billion per year in sales, projected to be the next $1 trillion per year industry. You look at weight management, well, weight management obviously is huge. 83% of the population is obese. You got 75 million diet attempts every single year, and it's an $80 billion per year industry. Obviously, there's something going on there, right? Then you look at the home-based business industry. Today, it's not a secret anymore. The home-based business industry, direct sales, network marketing, has created more millionaires than any other industry in business. An industry that did $167 billion in sales last year. Okay? It's no secret anymore. 5 years ago, this industry was doing about $40 billion. Now, over $150 billion in sales per year. And like I said, it's created more millionaires than any other industry in business. Then you look at the functional beverage energy drink industry. An industry that is absolutely exploding. The problem with this industry is that a lot of these energy drinks are bad for you. People are getting sick. People are dying from them, having heart attacks. They're putting a lot of these energy drinks on the DARE program. Like literally the drug program for kids, they're classifying these drugs as high-level stimulants. That's a very, very scary thing. We don't want our children drinking those. Okay? We're going to talk about that industry, and then ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about the coffee industry. Now you know, for those of you who've seen me do videos before, that I am absolutely in love with the coffee industry. And the reason I'm in love with the coffee industry is because coffee is not something that you have to persuade or convince anybody into drinking or consuming. It's not a luxury item. It's a necessity item. It's an item that people have already created a habit of consuming and spending money on religiously every single day. That's huge business. Coffee is big business, okay? It's the most consumed beverage in the entire planet next to water. It's the largest traded commodity behind oil. People consume coffee all day, every day, in almost every country around the entire world, with over 500 million cups consumed right here in the United States alone. If you look at how coffee's made its mark in the world of business, you look at Starbucks, for example. They made it sociably acceptable to pay $5 for a cup of coffee. I don't even know why they named the company Starbucks. They should have named the company $5, since every cup of coffee there costs more than $5. Well, if you look at Starbucks right now from a business standpoint, Starbucks currently has about 3% of the North American coffee drinkers. Their coffee tastes good, yes. It's kind of convenient. I mean, you still got to go there, you got to wait in line, or you got to, go through the drive-thru and wait behind another car. So it's not really that convenient. But people drink it every single day, right? It's very expensive. It's not good for you. Have they ever paid you a commission for drinking or referring their product? I want you to think about that for a minute. Now, they have 3% of the North American coffee market, and I've never got paid to recommend it to any of my friends, and I never got paid when I went in there and consumed it. Well, if you look at what McDonald's did, McDonald's actually went into Starbucks, hired the top executives to come in, rebrand themselves, and trademark the name McCafe. They completely shifted their marketing focus to target the coffee industry. Now this is the clue, ladies and gentlemen. If the biggest franchise in business with the highest success rate has shifted their entire marketing focus towards the coffee industry, I'd say that's a clue in itself. Then Subway launched its breakfast menu, and they didn't launch it to sell you eggs on a footlong. They launched it to sell you coffee, right? Coffee and donuts on one side, sandwiches and sodas on another. A lot of them are rebranding right now, naming themselves Subway Cafe. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest factor of all is when I saw the newest Dunkin' Donuts commercial. Now, I thought Dunkin' Donuts fell off the face of the earth until they recently changed their slogan to America Runs on Dunkin'. And I'm pretty sure they're not talking about the sugar in the donuts, considering the fact there's no donuts on the commercial anymore. They actually changed their donut logo to a coffee cup. Why am I excited about coffee, ladies and gentlemen? Because coffee is a business that every single person can win in. Why? Because every single one of you knows somebody who drinks coffee. Statistically, 83% of the United States population consumes at least 1 cup of coffee every single day. And I guarantee if you're a coffee drinker, you will never leave home without consuming your cup of coffee. Now, what if you had a coffee that was more convenient, less expensive, was extremely good for you, and we would actually pay you to recommend it to every single coffee drinker you know. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to a product that's the first of its kind. I want to introduce you to Suma Cafe. This right here, this freshly brewed, instantly delivered, thermogenic weight loss coffee is taking America by storm, and I'll tell you why. It's the only one of its kind, first of all. This little can right here, that almost looks like a woman's hair mousse container, is liquid coffee concentrate. That's just as fresh as the very second it was brewed. Now let me explain this to you for a minute. We'll start off with the coffee bean, for example. When you crack open a coffee bean, it begins to oxidize immediately. Okay? A coffee bean begins to oxidize immediately after you crack the bean open. So you crack the beans open, you grind them up, you take them through that hot brew process, and you have a fresh brewed pot of hot coffee, correct? Well, in 1 hour, that coffee loses 100% of its nutritional value because it oxidizes very, very quickly. The coffee actually becomes rancid and toxic. A lot of us don't know that. Now, I'm not telling you it's going to kill you or anything, but it's not good for you, okay? It's not good for you at all. So we figured out that when you actually take coffee through a cold brewing process, where you actually squeeze the beans into a liquid coffee concentrate, it's like a super concentrated coffee that's freshly brewed, okay? And we figured out how to seal it in a container and retain 100% of its nutritional value. That all you have to do is heat up a cup of hot water. For example, I have one right here in a clear glass, okay? As you can see, it's still steaming. You heat up the cup of hot water, whether it's in the microwave or you heat it up on a tea kettle or however you want to do it, through your Keurig machine that you're probably not going to use anymore, and you take the coffee and you squirt it right into the cup of hot water, and instantly you have a freshly brewed cup of coffee that's just as fresh as the very moment it was brewed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if that was our product right there, you would be able to build a dynamite business. With every single coffee drinker you know consuming this product, you would make a significant amount of income just by getting them to switch their brand. And ladies and gentlemen, not only switch their brand, but save money compared to what they're already spending. Now, if that was our product, we'd have a world-class item, but we took it a step further. There's a famous medicinal mushroom out there called Ganoderma lucidum. It's actually considered the king of herbs. Now, this herb, the most potent medicinal mushroom on the Chinese pharmacopoeia, has tremendous health benefits. Over 200 phytonutrients, 150 of which are antioxidants, adaptogens, triterpenes, beta-D-glucans, which modulate your immune system. We figured if we put this mushroom into our coffee in a way you can't taste it, see it, or smell it, but ladies and gentlemen, I guarantee you'll feel it, we would have the healthiest, freshly brewed, instantly delivered coffee on the market. But we didn't stop there. Not only did we take one strain of Ganoderma mushroom, we took all 3 strains to work synergistically together, put them in the bottle in a way you can't taste it, see it, or smell it, but like I said, you can definitely feel it, and now we have world-class, non-GMO, 100% certified organic, kosher approved, freshly brewed, instantly delivered, healthy coffee. But we didn't stop there. When you look at the obesity ratio in America today, and you look at how 83% of the population is obese, you look at 75 million diet attempts every year, people spending hundreds of dollars on these weight loss programs only to gain all the weight that they lost as soon as the diet program's over and basically just wasted their money. Well, if you could just change your coffee and change your life, don't you think that that would make a little bit more sense? So what we've done to make this coffee thermogenic is we've added the 3 most powerful weight loss components in the world today. Garcinia cambogia, which is considered the holy grail of weight loss. Raspberry ketones. Just Google it. There's stuff out there all over about raspberry ketones. And also green coffee bean extract, which is very good as an appetite suppressant. But ladies and gentlemen, with all 3 of these ingredients working synergistically together, we have ourselves a miracle in a bottle. Suma Cafe. Now, if everything I said was true, and it is verifiable, by the way, would you switch? If you could get this product for $1.16 per serving as a distributor, or $1.33 per serving as a customer, does this not make sense from a business standpoint to you? Now, knowing what you know today about Starbucks, if you had the ability to go back and invest in that company 15 years ago, would you have made that investment? If the answer to that question is no, this is not for you. But if the answer to this question is yes, then we have something for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I have enjoyed sharing a little bit about what Exfuze has to offer today, but not only do we have coffee, we have other category creating products as well. I don't want to take a lot of your time, but I will tell you this. Get back with the person who invited you to watch this video. Let them know that you're ready to take the Exfuze challenge.